Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel, Being a Carer with Kes. Have you ever wondered what happens to you if your sponsor loses their license? Have you ever wondered what happens to you if your sponsor is taken over by another company? Have you ever wondered what happens to you if your sponsor refuses to renew their license? Have you ever wondered what happens to you if you lose your job here in the UK? If you haven't, please indulge me and watch this video to the end. My name is Kesiena Akwara Ati, a health and social care trainer. To all you, my lovelies, awesome old and new subscribers, you guys are simply the best. Believe me when I say that your support is most appreciated, honestly. And hey, if you're just watching this channel for the first time, come on, what are you waiting for? Smash the subscribe button, yeah? Give me a thumbs up, like the video, and don't forget to click on that notification bell. So whenever I upload a new video, you will be among the very first to know. Yeah? And of course, follow me on Instagram, Care by Kes, TikTok, Care by Kes, and Twitter, Care by Kes as well. And I will most definitely, as I always, see you there. Okay? So let's get straight into the crux of the matter today. Now, if you have never given it a thought as to what happens to you if your employer loses their license, it is suspended, they're taken over by another company, or they refuse to renew their license. If you have never, I think it's time for you to begin to do that. Okay, so let's dive into what we're talking about today. Now, I'm going to take that topic from two perspectives. Well, if you're inside the UK already, or if you're outside the UK. Now, let's start with if you're outside the UK. Now, if you're outside the UK and your sponsor have had their license revoked or suspended, then if you have your visa and you plan on traveling to the UK, the advice is don't travel to the UK because your COS has been cancelled and your visa as well has been cancelled. Now, if you say to yourself, oh, what the heck, I have my visa, I'm going to go to the UK nevertheless, regardless. I've got news for you. You will arrive, no problem, but you will not be allowed out of the airport. Does that make sense? Now, if you do not have your visa and you have applied for it, it will be refused. Why? Of course, it's obvious. Because the company who gave the COS are no longer in existence or have had their license cancelled or suspended. All right? So it is important that if you have your COS, you are still awaiting your visa, please do check if the company that gave the COS are still sponsors, still have their license to sponsor rather. So you don't come to the UK, say all your goodbyes, and you're shocked with the reception you get at the airport. All right? Please do your homework. It's very, very important. Now, if you are here already in the UK and your sponsor loses their license or are taking over, if you are here already, you can start work. If you are working already, you will continue to work. Now, if you want to apply for a visa extension so you can remain in the UK, you will have to wait because that visa application will not be processed until the suspension of your sponsor ends before that application will continue. Okay? Now, if you lose your job, as in you are fired, you are sacked in the UK, you have 60 days to leave the UK. Or whenever, if the days on your passport, your visa rather is less than 60 days, then that's the time with which you will have to leave the UK. Unfortunately, I do not think that you can apply for another COS from somebody else. All right. Now, if you are the reason why your sponsor lost their license, as in maybe you had an altercation with a client, you fought a client, you conducted yourself unruly in public, you were a public nuisance, you caused the business problem, or you just did certain things, you know what I mean, that could get your employer into trouble, then you too will leave immediately. Does that make sense? Now, I have heard of people saying, oh, Sponsors are asking their employees to pay so much money for COS and all of that and all of that. And I've also heard that inquiries are going on to find out if that is true, and homes affected, they are taking their COS. Of course, what that means is that whoever is involved, or when, sometimes we human beings can be pretty vindictive. You're like, oh, they took money from me. Okay, I'm going to report them. I want my money back, blah, 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 blah. But they're your employers. You think you remain in the UK? I've got news for you. You are leaving. So let's be careful, okay? In as much as I do not applaud what they are doing, I mean, taking so much money from you. I mean, the other day somebody said to me, oh, she was asked to pay £15,000. I'm like, what? £15,000 for COS? How are you going to pay it back? Some of these things, I wonder how some of these people sleep at night, really. But that's not the issue. The issue here is this, that so you know that if your sponsor loses their license, you too be out of a job. And if you are the reason why that has happened, you'll be sent out of the UK parking. Does that make sense? Now, I do have a spoiler alert part 2 coming up. You want to know what that is? Stick around, and I'll be explaining exactly what that is. Until I see my next video, always remember this, never you forget, that no matter what the matter is, you, my darlings, matter so much more. Au revoir.